What is good, viewers? Today I'm going to be sharing the best Black Ops 7 settings to make sure you're one step closer to moving like this and aiming like this.
Damn!
Okay, so first thing we're going to start off with is aiming settings, controller settings. I run a 165 on both. Do not have these different, there's literally no reason to. 165 is perfect for me, I feel. It's not too fast and it's not too slow. A lot of pros run this type of sense area, so keep that in mind. My button layout is custom, obviously that's going to be preference. As you can see on the side there, it's a little bit autistic, but by the way, if you're not running controller in this game, you're cooked. So I have all these off, I don't even know what they do. Controller vibration off, of course. If you have vibration on, then you're playing a story game, you're not playing PvP, man. For dead zones, I have left stick min on 13, left stick max on 59, just to ensure that I can move quickly and also walk if I need to. For right stick min, we want as much as we can use, so 0 to 99, that's going to be your aim and stick. Left trigger and right trigger. I used to run this on 0 until Zyro, shout out to Zyro, all my 33 subs, go subscribe to him. Until Zyro showed that if you have it on 0, your trigger finger with semi-automatic weapons is going to be a little bit delayed for whatever reason. Good game, I know. So you put it up to 3, and 3 seems to be okay. Sense multiplier, I do not run this, maybe for snipers and scopes and stuff. Aim in advanced settings, this is the important section, alright? ADS sensitivity transition timing. That's basically what happens to your sensitivity during the transition of ADSing and un-ADSing. So as you can see, it's kind of, as I un-ADS, it's a little bit slow just for a millisecond, and then it kicks into normal sense. That's because I have it on gradual. I find gradual's the nicest, really. Aim response curve type, dynamic on 1. Unless you are in the CDL and have a slightly rewired brain, then you will run linear, but there is no reason ever for you to be running standard, alright? Dynamic is pretty much the GOAT. This has always been the GOAT every game. Target aim assist, of course, we have this on. Why would we not? Okay, the movement section. This is probably the biggest. So many settings in this section. Sprint assist on, sprint assist delay 0, sideways and backwards both on, ensuring you can sprint all the time. Mantle assist, turn all of these off except there is one little new setting that they've added called mantle assist angle. This is kind of to fix the whole issue of people trying to jump through windows and it not really working. Mine is on loose right now, it's not on tight. Yeah, I mean, I forgot which one's default, but this is going to help your ability to jump through windows. So if you're always getting stuck by windows and that's the reason you're dying, put it on medium or tight or loose, I don't really know, that's just what it does. Corner slice, I have this off. I have no reason to use corner slice. Crouch assist, obviously off. Wall jump assist, off. Combat roll assist, off. Slide dive behavior. I run this hybrid. Since MW3 I've had this on. I hold my sprint button and then the slide button and it creates a dive. Just sprinting without holding the sprint button and sliding just slides. So you're probably asking, why do you have this on hybrid? Why don't you make dive a different button? And that's basically because this adds less slide delay. So if you're on hybrid, the game has 0 reason to confuse your slide input with a dive input. Okay, auto airborne mantle off, we don't need that. Sprint restore, slide maintain sprint. Now, you will see a lot of varied results with this. You'll see some people have it on, some people have it off. I find movement kind of weird without it on, so I always keep it on for me, but you'll see people have different preferences. Parachute automatic behavior, a bit of a Warzone only one. Yes, off. Why are you automatically pulling your chute, bro? You're going to die. Wall jump activation, press, we do not hold, and we don't want this off. We do want to do wall jumps, they're not just a gimmick, they're good little piece of movement, man. Slide, combat roll behavior, I don't use this, but yeah, tap to slide, I guess. Now, movement advanced settings, sprint / tactical sprint behavior. Have this on toggle, of course. Auto move forward off. Grounded mantle on. Of course, you want this on, you want this on, you want this on. Attack sprint activation. Now for me, I have this on single tap run. Okay, so I can activate my attack sprint from any... Oh, we don't have the attack sprint perk on, so I can't even fucking demonstrate it. But yes, it just means for single tap run, you're going to be able to get into that attack sprint from any type of position. Plunging underwater, free, sprint indoor bash on. Okay, so that's controller aiming and movement. Do we have anything in the combat section to go over? Weapon mount, doesn't really matter. Now, dedicated melee weapon activation, I do have this on press melee. So it basically makes it, I only have to press the melee button to pull out my knife, and I hold to melee instead. I have this on because really, like, when are you meleeing someone, bro? Like, when? And also, sometimes when you're running and you have hold melee button to pull your melee weapon out, you will melee in the middle of running and just slow yourself down a bunch. So armor plate behavior, apply it all. Apply one's just a little bit gimmicky, both of them are, but apply all's a little bit better. And then all the rest of these are kind of just personal preference, don't make too much difference. But combat advanced settings is a little bit more important. Weapon mount exit, you want out instant. Ignore these up to. Interact / reload behavior. I have tap to reload, alright? So if I'm in the war zone and boom, there's a bunch of loot around me, and I have tap to interact, I'm just going to be boom 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 picking up all the little junk bits around, and now I've lost my gun, and now I just got sprayed up by some 12-year-old little Timmy doing 360s around my fucking head. So yeah, I have tap to reload. Mantle cancels reload, yes, we want this on. You don't want the reload animation blocking you from being able to get out of the area. If you need to get out first, then that's what you need to do. Sprint cancels reload, doesn't really matter in this game. You're sprinting all the time. Akimbo behavior, independent. Yeah, then these last three don't really matter too much. Okay, so boom, that's all your important setting. That is everything to get you aiming nicely, moving nicely, and just having a smoother, way smoother game. Now we're going to go to view. Okay, so field of view, I do like to run 110. 120 is just too much, and anything below 110, you're going to get your camera broken, so 110s for me. ADS field of view, you want this affected. Why? Don't really know how to explain what the difference makes, but you're just going to see more of your screen, basically. First person camera movement, least 50%. Inverted flashbang, you can run this if you want. I don't find much of a difference. Audio, this is also an important one. I use some pretty low-key settings again from Zyro, the GOAT. Enhanced headphone mode on. Audio mix sucker punch. Sucker punch. Now you might think headphone bass boost, right? Now sucker punch is pretty crispy for stuff like footsteps and low EQ, low frequency noise. Mono audio obviously off. You don't want one singular audio. Tinnitus sound, basically the that you get from any type of grenade or something like that or getting flashed. Yeah, I reduced this. Now guys, that's pretty much all the settings to give, so I'm gonna end this video here. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, sub. Make sure to get all these settings down correctly, and I promise you, with a little bit of time and a little bit of practice, you will be moving different. But in the meantime, I'll catch you later, and peace.